Edwards had 0 points on the day. You think you would take that and feel like you have a win.
Martin's 2-ball is off the mark. Carvacho fighting his way in traffic, and he gets his first point immediately, 2-0.
And that's what's so tough about Nico Carvacho.
Good pass down low as that went to Stevens. They feed it. Thistle went for 3 and 1. Thistle was hitting bombs yesterday, and he hit bombs away right there.
Good awareness from Stevens, finding Thistlewood on the perimeter, and then Thistlewood falling to the hardwood after the contact.
5-2 in favor of Colorado State over Washington State. Kuntz, little 10-footer off the mark, got his own rebound and scores. Good play by Kuntz.
That's a hustle play from Kuntz underneath.
Colorado State.
Washington State can run a little bit. They've utilized that in the past. Watch Colorado State here, though.
Martin all the way to the basket and scores. Good play by Chris Martin out of Frisco, Texas, the senior, red shirt. And Colorado State with a 3-point lead.
Contact that was made a little bit earlier.
Pollard on a base. Oh, that's a beautiful move. We talked about his maneuverability, and he gets it inside out of Bountiful, Utah. The senior gets the bucket. 7-6, a 1-point lead for Colorado State.
See how Carvacho guards Pollard this time around.
Ellaby hits.
Doesn't need to. When Ellaby can just go down the floor and do that.
And he's done that a lot. He's got 4 points now on 2 of 3 shooting. Down the lane, Roddy missed. And somehow that ball gets tipped in. Thank you very much. And Roddy will get the bucket.
I don't know how that went in. He was facing the other direction. I think it bounced and ricocheted off of the right hand of Pollard.
Everyone went in, they'll take it. 9-8, Colorado State. Ellaby for 3. Bullseye. Nothing but the bottom of the net there for Ellaby. And Ellaby starting to heat up. He's already got 7 on 3 of 4 shooting, 1 of 2. Edwards slips, didn't travel, but it's taken away. They come the other way with Cannon, and Cannon throws it down. Bonton on the base will give it out to Robinson. This is a 3, and it's off the mark. Carvacho goes strong with the board.
Good box out that time. He had Tony Miller just tabbed right behind him. No chance for Miller to get around the big body of Carvacho.
Good feed on the left wing. 3-ball by Tanjay, and he hits. Off the bench, the freshman out of Omaha, Nebraska with the triple. 14-13, Colorado State.
They just
with
have
the
not
lead.
Converted as of late.
Carvacho underneath, score, he is fouled. Good cut inside, Martin with the feed, and Carvacho a chance to finish. 3-point lead for Washington State. Carvacho gets on the board with his second bucket.
Colorado State saying, slow it down. This is not the pace that they want to go at. You get in the foot race with Washington State, a lot of the times they're going to beat you somehow, some way. Good passing, good ball movement, has had some open looks for Colorado State. They just have not converted as of late.
Carvacho underneath, score, he is fouled. Good cut inside, Martin with the feed, and Carvacho a chance to finish. 3-point lead for Washington State. Carvacho gets on the board with his second bucket. Carvacho clinging another rebound. He has 7 on the day. Thistlewood for 3. That's money.
Back and forth we go. It really still feels like neither side has found a rhythm here in this first half. Had some small runs from both sides.
Here's Kuntz in the corner, splashes a 3.
You mentioned the hustle. I know he made it, but he was already in position to challenge for a rebound as soon as he let that one fly. Markovetsky back in the ball game, the big 7'1" center for Washington State. Watch how he posts up on Carvacho.
How about Bonton over Carvacho, and Markovetsky with the 4-point lead for Washington State. It's Thistlewood on Ellaby. Pull up in the corner, nicely done by Isaiah Stevens. You talk about Stevens not really getting on par right at the beginning of the game, but Stevens with a good pull up there, and Stevens with his first bucket. One of 4 shooting.
Because I was watching Carvacho's reaction to his free throw, bouncing in and out and back in.
Carvacho with 6 points to go along with 9 rebounds. Bonton on the miss, but Markovetsky another putback.
2.5 inches taller than Carvacho. Markovetsky goes over the
Stevens,
top.
who's been quiet for the most part. Carvacho, who is not. Here's Moore in the corner on the base is Martin, and he gives his team the lead, 32-31. Carvacho inside. Oh, good move. Little drop step, Euro step, if you will, and he lays it up and in with the left hand. Tried to get the three. Here comes Colorado State again. Thistlewood in the corner for three. Splash. Thistlewood yet another three.
He has been impressive. His first here of the second half had the 8 points in the first half to lead the way for Colorado State. Thistlewood's done a nice job defensively on Ellaby here in the second half.
Bonton splashes home a three. And we are knotted up again at 37. Washington State down by a point. Carvacho lost it, but got it back. Thistlewood a long three. That's money. Nothing but twine for Thistlewood.
From the parking lot, Thistlewood connects. Took a long shot because he saw the defense closing in, knew if he would have put the ball on the floor, he would have been met with a ton of crimson.
Back in the game, David Roddy, he had something to do with that defense. He brings a lot of intensity out there for Colorado State. 42-40 with 14:57 to play, regulation time. Thistlewood three, bullseye! And it's a 7-point lead now for Colorado State over Washington State all of a sudden. Robinson, Ellaby, inside to Pollard. He tries to get free and does and scores over Roddy. I'm telling you, I like the way the Pollard plays. There's Tanjay who's back out there, gives the ball to Edwards. Now Roddy. Roddy on Markovetsky, bringing the big guy to school, and he scores. How about that for Roddy?
Threw that little stutter step, fake to the right, and the head fake worked to perfection. Like you said, took the big guy to school.
And a steal by Moore all the way to the basket. Reverse it up. No, the follow-up is good by Martin. Timeout Washington State with 12:34 to play. And the Rams have opened up an 11-point lead as they've used good defense, turned it into offense, and good finish here by Martin on Flow Hoops. Roddy on the base on Miller. Trying to answer here. He gets him in the air, forces it up off the mark. Roddy fighting for the rebound and scores. He is fouled. How about Roddy? Roddy says, hey, let me introduce myself. I was the runner-up for Mr. Minnesota and Mr. Minnesota basketball. How do you do?
He's about to be Mr. Colorado because he's going to be a familiar name in Fort Collins over the next couple of years. Big-time finish for Roddy.
Ellaby, 9 points on tonight. Pulls up. That's a nice shot. That could be an icebreaker for Ellaby as Ellaby finally in double figures with 11, but a shot like that for a sharpshooter could really get him going.
Absolutely. It's a confidence builder, and if he's able to get that touch and get that feel back, oh, there's no telling what he could do.
How about Miller on a steal all the way to the rack and scores? Defense leading the offense, and Miller with
Absolutely.
a bucket.
It's been kind of an odd last couple minutes of game action.
Ellaby for three after thinking about it, and he thought correctly.
That's what Ellaby brings to the table. He's so versatile.
Bonton for three, and he cans it. And all of a sudden, we have ourselves a ball game. It's a 4-point lead for Colorado State. Carvacho backing down on Pollard. And a little hook shot, and he made it look easy. Carvacho, 12 points for him on 5 of 7 shooting.
Smith and company really trying to switch up the defensive looks here. A little bit of confusion between his players and the bench.
Martin, good feed to Carvacho, and Carvacho
but you finish
scores.
with 2 wins in 3 days, and that's always going to give you a confidence boost heading into the meat of your schedule.
See, when you put it that way, it doesn't sound so bad.
Exactly. There's a lot at stake here.
Carvacho, good hook shot. Hope he called bank on that one. Carvacho now with 16 points to go along with 14 rebounds. Colorado State with 4:36 on the game clock, up 71-65.
Here's Roddy in the lane against Pollard. Knocked him over. Does he get the bucket? He does. Had to wait to see if it was a block or a charge, and Roddy gets the call. Look at this. Just a tough play as Pollard went down, and perhaps they called a flop there, but Roddy ends up getting the bucket, and just a hard-nosed play by, oh, by the way, a freshman.
Can't note that enough.
3:27 to play in regulation time. It's a 10-point lead for Colorado State, going after 5th place. And remember, they lost a tough one to New Mexico State in overtime on day number 1.
Yeah, that's
steal, Miller. He had a steal and a score earlier, trying to do it again, and does. Man, just a defensive-minded player, Miller. Tony Miller gets the bucket.